Morning, children. How are you? I hope you're all fine. Here I'm fine. Again, virtually in front of you, the new topic. Children, we are dealing the lesson refraction of light at curved surfaces. In the last part, what we have learned the numericals related to convex and concave lenses. So we are going to continue with the next part of the lesson today. So today we'll discuss a power of lens. So we know that a convex lens converges the light rays falling on it, whereas a concave lens diverges the light rays falling on it. So the degree of power is a measure of the degree of convergence or divergence of light rays falling on the respective lens. So children, listen. If a convex lens converges a beam of parallel light rays more strongly by focusing them close to the optical center, it is said to have a greater focal length. Similarly, a concave lens which diverges a parallel beam of light rays more strongly is said to have a greater diverging power than another concave lens which diverges the light rays less strongly. So we are going to define the power of lens in the next. Children, the power of a lens is a measure of degree of convergence or divergence of light rays falling on the respective lens. The power of the lens depends on its focal length. The power of lens is defined as the reciprocal of its focal length, that too in meters. That means the formula itself, if a focal length, we have to take it as in meters. If at all it is given in centimeter, you have to convert into meter. Then only you have to proceed while doing numericals. So power of a lens, that is equal to 1 by focal length of the lens, that too in meters. So power of a lens is represented with capital P, and the focal length already we have discussed in the classes we completed. It is represented by F. So the formula we use for the power of a lens is P is equal to 1 by F. And here you have to remember the focal length is in meters. Next, the unit of power of a lens is diopter. It is represented by capital D. And in other way also you can write the power of a lens formula, because the focal length always in the numericals will be given in centimeter. So directly, without converting into meter, directly you can use this formula also. P is equal to 100 by F. If at all directly you are using focal length which is given in centimeter. Okay, now what is one diopter? One diopter is a power of a lens whose focal length is 1 meter. And you have to remember that power of a lens is inversely proportional to its focal length. Therefore, a lens of short focal length will have more power, whereas a lens of long focal length has a less power. From the formula of P is equal to 1 by F, you have to remember these points. For example, a lens of 5 cm focal length will have more power than a lens of 20 cm focal length. So a more powerful lens is one that bends the light rays more and has a shorter focal length. And these points you have to remember. Why? Because I am telling all this in the lesson, coming lesson. These all points are very much important points. That's why each and everything what I am telling, listen carefully. And the power of lens can be measured directly by using an instrument called dioptrimeter. It is used by the opticians to measure the power of spectacle lenses. We have seen whenever go to ophthalmologist, there they'll write some power. So who will give the specs for you? The opticians will give the specs for you so that they measure the lens power, and then accordingly they design whether your power increased or decreased. Accordingly they design the spectacle and give it to you. So now few more points you have to remember related to power of a lens. As we know, the convex lens has a positive focal length and the concave lens has a negative focal length. Therefore, the power of a convex lens is positive. The power of a concave lens is negative. And one more point you have to remember, a thick lens has a short focal length but more power. This is due to the reason power and focal length are inversely related to each other. A thin lens has a large focal length but less power. This is also the same reason as P and F are inversely related to each other. So whenever if ophthalmologist after testing he prescribes saying that for the left eye plus 2D and for the right eye plus 1.5D, then he actually refers to the power of the uh, convex lens required in making eyeglasses or spectacles to make that person's vision clear. So in this way, you have to remember the points, children. Okay. When we go to the numerical now, a convex lens is a focal length 10 centimeter. What is its power? So we know the formula. Power is equal to 1 by F and that too in meters. But here in the question, it was given in centimeter. So you have to convert the centimeter to meter. So centimeter to meter means you have to divide by 100. So F is equal to 10 by 100. That gives you 0.1 meter. So already you got focal length in meter. So apply in the formula. P is equal to 1 by F. Why I have written M? You have to remember that always a direct formula for power. The focal length is given in meters. The other way also I told you to do. You can proceed in that way also. And that gives you 1 by focal length is 0.1. So 1 by 0.1 that gives you 10D. And after completing the sum, here the lens used is convex lens. So you have to mention plus 10D. What is this D? Capital D indicates the diopter, the unit of power. Okay children, I hope you have understood until now. So children, this is the activity to prove that the focal length of a convex lens is increased when it is kept in water. So we have studied what is focal length and all in the whatever the classes we completed. So related to that, we have to do the activity. Just listen. So whatever the apparatus or materials required for this activity is convex lens, circular lens holder where you can carry the lens, tall cylindrical glass tumbler, a black stone, and a water. Okay, so how to proceed for this activity? Take a cylindrical glass tumbler, and here you have to remember that its height should be greater than the focal length of the lens taken here. If you're taken a 5 centimeter or a 10 centimeter focal length. So already I have discussed during one of the activity to find the focal length. I hope so you remember that is 15. So if it is of 5, 15 or 10, you have to take a length exactly 4 times the given focal length. If it is 5, more than 20 you take. If it is 10, more than 40 you take. The length of the cylindrical glass tumbler I am speaking about children. If it is 50, more than 60. Accordingly, what focal length value of a lens you have taken, you have to choose your cylindrical glass tumbler while doing the activity. Okay, now what you have to do is place the black stone at the bottom of the tumbler and fill with water into the tumbler up to a height such that the height of water level from the top of a stone is greater than the focal length of the lens. So I hope you have understood this point why I told. So children, this is your cylindrical version and this is the water, and you have to take a lens, and this is the circular lens holder where I can place my lens here of a given focal length. If it is 5, 10 or 15, it's our choice. And a stone here, and see exactly above the stone you have to place the lens mark. So again, you have to see from the above, not sideways, children. So from the above only you can see, because we have seen the images through the lens, where we have seen through the lens like convex lens. We have got the candle images all real inverted. Sometimes it is diminished, sometimes it is enlarged. So that is the reason you have to keep your face above the lens so that you can see the stone which is placed at the bottom of the vessel. Now dip the lens into the water using circular lens holder such that it is at a distance which is less than or equal to the focal length of the lens in air. Now what you have to see? Now see through the lens to get the image of the stone. Now what you have to do? Increase the height of a lens till you are not able to see the stone image. But when the lens is dipped to a height which is greater than the focal length of the lens in air, even though we are able to see the image. That means when the lens is dipped to height which is greater than the focal length of the lens in air, we can see the image, which indicates or which shows that focal length of the lens is increased in water. So we can conclude that the focal length of the convex lens depends upon the surrounding medium in which it is kept. Here the medium what we have taken is water. So children, I hope you have understood this activity, and this is one of the important question for your examination also. So children, in today's class we have learnt about the power of a lens and an activity how the focal length of a lens depends upon the surrounding medium in which it is placed. And here the medium we have taken as water. So with this today's class I'll stop ma. Again, I'll meet you in the next online video class. Have a good day. Thank you, children.